Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube? Going to do a review of last week's action. Today's Saturday, December 19th, 2015. Here we are. The Fed's raised interest rates quarter point. Says they're going to do a lot more, up to 3.25 or something like that within the next year. So it proved to be good for the dollar. Here we have a weekly double bottom right here. We still have that quadruple top, but looks like this thing wants to try again, and the more times it tries, it's more likely it's going to pop through. So if this gets up to the 150 range, I believe, could try again, but watch for a failure. See if it can make another top, but it looks like it doesn't want to go the route that everyone's thinking. This thing could take off to the stratosphere, go parabolic for no rhyme or reason other than the fact it's stronger than other currencies. But in the currency war, no one wins, and it's a race to the bottom. So see where this comes out to. Now the interest rates proved bad for the equities. S&P and the Dow. Here it shows very clearly that failure to meet its resistance line, and it made a new bottom for the week. So here's a weekly, so you can see how it made a new bottom, and that's a nasty candle there. Nothing's holding it up from here. Looks like the right shoulder of that head and shoulder reverse has broken down, and it's all about watching out below now. You can see how it broke. So it's a watch out below. Who knows where it's going to go. Usually you take 2.5 times of the pattern. So the high is 18,250, and then the bottom of the range is 3,000 points. So it's going to go down quite badly. Look how steep that line is. Nothing's holding it up. And just took a quick look at the monthly. Where it's going to go, who knows. Probably have a bump and run here, and maybe here. But that right shoulder, nothing holding it up. So we'll see what happens. Same with the S&P, made a new low on the weekly. You can see that same kind of candle, just very nasty. And real quick on the monthly, S&P made a new low this month. So about 2 weeks left, plus the holidays. It's going to be a short 2 weeks, but I would watch out below on both of these. Crude oil is still the one that we have to watch to figure out how strong the economy really is, and this thing is falling apart. Had 3 straight days after the interest rates were raised. Made a new low for the month, and we're coming up on, that's nasty, coming up on the previous low, 32.60. I can't tell exactly, plus it's a free service so it can't be exact, but you can see how close it is to the 2008 low. So 2260 whereabouts. So we're at 34.75. See if this thing can bottom out and maybe start consolidating before it breaks below 32.60. That's likely, but considering that they pumped and dumped this thing, it's going to take a long time for this thing to recover. I mean, it's been a long time since they pumped and dumped this thing, but still, what they do is just demolish these markets, and they don't recover for a very long time. So same goes with the Dow Jones and the S&P equities. That's all a pump and dump. If this thing breaks apart, it could be years. Some people are telling stories of 10 years of Great Depression kind of stuff. So who knows what's going to happen, but crude is the one that we need to watch to see if there's any kind of recovery. Gold and silver and copper, all three of them did very well after the interest rates. I think we're coming up on a bottom. It just, for instance, silver closed above 14 again after it dropped below. And it's making this consolidation. This is accumulation, a pop, and then another accumulation, step down, and then it popped again. So I'm looking for a bottom. We've got a lot of work to do, but let me just put some lines in here and see where we're at. So here's my moving averages. I got the 3, 5, and 8 on the bottom there, and the 34 moving average up here. So it keeps popping the trend line, and now it's consolidating. It looks pretty good. It closed above 14, so that's a plus. If we close above 14 on a monthly, then I can start really considering this thing as a bottom on the daily. But we sure as heck got a lot of work to do on the weekly, the long-term trends. So it's not going to be above 1450 to start moving up, and the trend line's up here, the 1550 mark, where that heavy resistance is. So copper again, man, I'd love to catch this thing on the bottom above 2. See that trend? It's looking like it's going to pop above that trend line on a daily. So it could be a nice little bump for anybody. Just to make sure I'm not in the market. But you can see how much work it has to do on, it needs to get above 225 range and start building above. So it's got a lot of work to do, but it looks promising from here on the bottom on a daily, on silver, gold, and copper. Lots of work to do on the weeklies though. So there you have it. Look for the dollar to keep rising and hit that top. S&P and down, the equities are all coming down. There's nothing holding them up, and it's a long way down. Crude, keep watching crude. This is our trigger. If this thing breaks below 3260, 3250, could be a lot of hell to answer to. So there you have it. Let me know what's going on out there. Share, like, and comment, please. Thanks for watching.